This conference will now be recorded.
Guys, can you hear me? Sorry, guys, a bit late. Yes, yesterday class, what the topic? We discussed about the procedures and functions, right? Yes, we discussed about the procedures and what the functions, right? Exactly. Yes, last class assignments complete anyone? Yes, anyone is completed assignments?
Tried, sir, but did not get.
Rani.
Sir, I tried.
Ah,
I have tried, but did not get, sir.
hello.
Sir, able to hear me?
Yeah, tell me.
I have tried, but I did not get, sir. I tried multiple ways.
Two examples.
Yeah, sir. I tried the first one, but I did not get.
Last one.
No, sir. First one only I did not get.
Arshita, Shivkumar, Veda, Vidya. Anyone?
So since I've recently joined to the class, I'm just setting up the things and I'll try to do it today, sir.
Okay, fine. The videos are uploaded in YouTube, right? They are uploading, right?
Yes, sir, I got that. So even the previous class also, I have few class I have missed. So I'm just going up that. I'm following
Fine.
and learning
But
that as well.
yeah. But all videos are available, right? So that you can check the videos and you can try to be
Yeah.
ready for the next.
Yes. Yeah, sir. Because JTBC complete topic I haven't covered. I have just starting three videos I have completed. Remaining still I have to complete, sir.
Okay. Guys, the last class we done with the callable statement working with the procedures, right? Today we'll work with the functions, guys. Yes, procedures and functions. Procedure contains both in parameter and out parameter because we have to represent the input and output, right? Both in parameter and out parameter required, right? Exactly. When you come to the function, guys, the function can return the value, guys. It means the function return value itself is output, guys. Yes, the function what the function return value itself is what output, right? Exactly. If the function return value itself is output, just you can try to see this function. Yeah, execution of functions are there. Okay, fine. Also that, yeah, execution of function, guys. Just you can see this example once. Execution of function. See this code, guys. Yeah, this example execute function here. See the function, guys. Here, create a replace procedure. Create a replace function. Yesterday we have the syntax like create a replace procedure, right? Create a replace procedure. Now today we have the syntax like create a replace what? Create a replace function, right? But the function name, guys, here get average is the function name. Get average is the function name. Get average is the function name. This function expecting how many arguments here? Two inputs, right? ID1 and ID2 is the input, right? Exactly, guys. This ID1 and ID2 is the inputs it is taking, and return type is what? Returning number, right? Return type is what? Returning what? Number, right? Returning number, right? Returning number, right? Exactly. And is taken to variables, yes, sal1 equal to number, sal2 equal number. Yes, these queries will take care by the database team. So we know worries about how to write the process and functions and all. Just they'll share you the data like these are the in parameters, these are the out parameters. Based on the in parameters and out parameters, then we have to process the data. Okay, good. Yes, here sal1 equal sal2. I take the two variables here. Because here what I'm mapping, just you can say select employee salary into sal1. So employee salary we are mapping to the sal1 variable, and where employee ID equal what? ID1, right? Yes, where employee ID equal what? ID1, right? Exactly. Whatever next one, guys, here. Employee salary into sal2 variable from employee table where employee ID equal to ID2, right? Exactly. Guess it is taking, yeah. Then he's doing like what? Sal1 plus sal2 by 2, right? Then what he's returning, guys, here? He's returning simply like average of two salaries, right? Yes, simply he's returning what? He's returning like average of what? Two salaries, right? Exactly, guys. Sal1 plus sal2 by 2, right? He's returning the average of two salaries, right? Exactly. Because return type is a number. Then what he's returning here? He's returning like sal1 plus sal2 by 2. Sal1 is nothing but what? Employee salary, where ID1 is mapped, where ID2 is mapped to employee ID. Then sal1 plus sal2 by 2, right? Exactly. So finally decided this function is taking like how many inputs, guys? It's taking like 2 inputs, and returning like what? Return like, what it returns here? Returns a number, right? Yes, returns what? Returns a number, right? Exactly, guys. That's it. Because first you can run this procedure in the database side once. To
Sir,
run
why
this
we have
procedure.
taken Salvan as 8 and 9 lines, sir?
Hmm.
We are specifying it as numbers.
First you are declaring the variable sal1 equal num, sal2 equal number type. Then what we are
And sir,
returning
this
here?
EID, sir, this EID is where we are declaring, sir, this EID, because ID one we can see it is in our parameter, but EID.
ID1 is a mapping to employee ID data type, right? Variable in the data table, variable in the table.
So this
Already
EID we have already declared in our
from which
table.
table? From which table here? Employee table.
Oh,
You are taking the ID1 is the
yeah.
input, right? That input you are mapping to the table data, employee ID. In which table? Employee table, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
from
So sir,
employee
this
table.
query also we only have to write and execute in our database.
Yeah, and query they'll written by DB team, database team.
Okay.
Anyhow, these queries are something like the product based applications you're going for these queries and all, and if you go for the service based, everything is go for the JPA and Hibernate these concepts, and even you don't write even single queries in the real time. In the real time, all about the configurations, guys. Real time, everything is automated, guys. So no worries about that. Writing the queries and processing the queries, writing the queries and processing the queries and all. Because in the database, simply can write the username, the system, and password is like what written here. Username password is entered here. Then you can enter the function here. So you can paste the function here. Yeah, you can copy the function and you can paste here, right? Some cases, if it is not copied, right click and copy. Yeah, paste it, click and enter button. So it's saying error message like what function created successfully, right? Function created, right? Exactly. Because once some function is created, then what we have to do? We have to write the JDBC code. The JDBC code to give the input to that function, and we have to take the return value from the function, right? So just the function is can return the value, right? Give the input to the function and take the return value from the function, right? Exactly, guys. Yesterday code, what the code we written, the same code we will write today. So callable statement example yesterday class. Yeah. In yesterday class, just what the points we have done, like same thing we will do today also. See, for example, just you have to create the connection and we have to create the callable statement object. This code, let me copy, and the function is created now. Just you can write the JDBC code to get that function, right? Exactly. Because I think class.for name and the creation of connection and the callable statement object up to this one is a common code, right? So just this is the common code. Yeah. This can please create the example once. src com.tcs. Right click here. Right click on the com.tcs package. Click on new. I want to create the class, right? Yeah, the class here. So can you give the class something like class name? Yeah, class name is what? Callable. Yeah, callable func, right? Callable function example. Click on main method. Click on the finish. Click on main method. Click on finish, right? Exactly. Yes, callable function here. Just you can give the data something like this. Yes, but see class.for name, everything is fine. Yeah. Class.for name, just throwing SQL exception. Just place the cursor and yeah, the add throws declaration here. Class not found exception is raised, and it throws like SQL exception, right? Add throws declaration, right? Exactly, guys. Good. Because here we have yesterday we call the this is like procedure, right? Today we have to call the function, guys. Callable statement equal connection dot prepare call. Now here we have to call the function, right? That's what the function name here. The function name is something like get average is a function name, right? So get average is function name. Then you can take the, okay, just you can call the get average, right? Call the get average, guys. Braces here. Get average is expecting how many inputs total here? 2 inputs, right? ID1 and ID2 is inputs, right? Exactly, guys. ID1 and ID2 is the ID1 and what? ID2 is input, right? Exactly. ID1, ID2 is input, guys. Generally in the core job we have the methods like assume like we are calling add method, guys. We are calling the add method, and add method what it returns. See, guys, for example, if you take the int add int, some method is called m1 method is there. This int method returns what? Return the 10, right? Return the 10. If the method returns something means what? We are calling the m1 method, and where we will hold the return value, guys, left hand side you can take the int result variable, right? Yes, then m1 what it returns. Yes, m1 what it returns, that value we are storing in which variable, guys, here? Result variable, right? Now result is how much value now? 10, right? Exactly. So method return value directly are holding in left hand side, right? In the same way, here also you are calling the function, right? You are calling the function. The function return the value, right? That's what here. Left hand side you can take the question mark now. Because why this question mark means what? We are calling the function. The function returns the is the function returns what? The function returns the value. That value are you storing into which variable, guys? Your question mark variable, right? Guys, that value we are storing into which variable now? Question mark variable, right? Exactly, guys. Is it clear now? Yeah, that is information, guys. Because that value we are storing into which variable now? Question mark variable, right? Exactly. Guys, first of all, we have to set the inputs. Tell me, as the procedure is common, right? That's what the procedure tell me. We have to set the inputs and register the output parameter. Set the inputs and register the output parameter. After registering output parameter, execute the query, right? Once if you execute the query, the output will be stored in which one, guys? The output will be stored in what?
Register or parameter.
Registered parameter.
And question mark.
Yeah.
What we have that.
First of all, we have to set the inputs, right? First, we have to set the input, guys. How to set the input? Tell me him. To set the input here, like something like callable statement dot. Yeah, callable. Yeah, callable statement dot what? We can write the set int, right? Callable statement set int of. Yes, inputs are what are the question mark numbers here? One now. First question mark is not input, right? This is the first question mark. This is the second and third question mark. I think first question mark is written value, right? Yes, first question mark is written value. If the first question mark is written value, then we have to set the two question marks, right? Here, these two question marks required, right?
Yes,
Exactly.
two
In that
input.
case, input parameters are what? Second question mark, right? Second question mark, I can give the like input like 111 here, and one more question mark you can set the integer date, right? Yeah. So second and third question marks are the inputs, guys. That's what here. So you can write that 222. Here you can the third question mark, right? Exactly. As first question mark is what? The output, right? Because first question mark is holding the return value. If first question mark is holding the return value, first question mark is holding the return value, then this is called output, right? Then we have to register the output parameter. Yes. Then how to register the output parameter here? Callable statement data.
Register.
Callable statement dot what? Register out. Yeah, callable statement dot what? Register output parameter, right? Exactly. Because first question mark is output parameter. Okay. Then we have to pass the SQL type. What is the type of the SQL here? Types data. Tell me guys, types dot what? Types dot float format, right? Exactly. Either float format or double format output you can take, right? Exactly. After that, you can execute the query, guys. Statement dot what? Execute method, you can execute the query. Once the execution is done, then what happened here? The output will be stored in what? Register parameter, right? Then what is the register parameter here? I think register parameter is the first parameter, right? That's what. This is out control space here. The result. I can take the result here. Result plus you can take the callable statement dot get float, right?
One.
Get float of parameter index how much here? 1, right? Exactly, guys. Then we have to close the connections, right? Exactly. Connection dot you can do the close operation. The next one is what? Callable statement dot what? Yeah, callable statement dot what? The close operation, right? That's it. Just you can write the confirmation message. This is our control space. Resources are resources are what released. Resources are released what successfully, right? Exactly, guys. Is that clear now? Just calling the function. The syntax is clear, right? Question mark is there. Call get average is the get average is the function, right? Expected the two input space. Once we are calling the function, left hand side we have to hold the return value, right? Yes, left hand side we have to hold that return value, right? Exactly, guys. Because we are setting the two inputs here and the register output parameter 1 comma types dot float because registering output parameter, right? Execute the query, right? That's all, guys. We done this example. Yes, run this code. So we got the output like the average of two salaries, right? First of all, go and check the database once. What the average of two salaries? Select yeah, it's average of two salaries. How much result here? 15,000.45 we got output. 15,000.45 means select to star from EMP table. First one is a 10,000, guys. Next one is a 20,000. Okay. So total 30,000.90. 30,000.90 means 50,000.45. Right? So we got the output is clear. Good. You just have to think that it's function call, guys. That's it. What the function is, just you can call the function by giving the inputs here, and return value you can hold in left hand side. Because the function doesn't contain out parameter, guys. The functions yesterday class we discussed procedure, right? Every procedure contains out parameter, right? Yes, every procedure contains out parameter or not. So we definitely require in parameter as well as out parameter, right? Exactly. But today class, if we take the function contains any out parameter means there is no out parameter, right? Exactly, because the function return value is the output, right? Yes, function return value itself is output. That's what function doesn't contains any does not contain any return values, right? Exactly. Okay, sorry, clear now? Yeah, this is a way how to work with what the functions, guys. Good. Yes, you try to check this example. Has anyone tried yesterday example? At least one person.
Right, sir.
At least you written the procedure for the select to start from EMP to select the multiple records.
Yes, sir. Employee ID in ID1 comma ID2 I have tried. Usually I tried in DB also giving employee ID 111 comma 222. I got this very output. But when I'm trying to give the average function and applying on those employee ID in ID1 comma ID2, it is not working in that way.
Even select to start from last assignment, written
Yes.
the multiple records, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you try that query? That procedure at least?
Yes, sir. I tried, but I am not able to. But I did not get the output, sir. I tried.
Has anyone tried that queries?
Sir, assignment 2 I tried, but I didn't get any outputs.
At least you get the procedure.
Yes, I wrote, but that is wrong. That is telling is.
Is giving one.
Yeah. You understood the question, right? Requirement you understood, right?
Yes, sir.
By giving two inputs, we have to take one output, sir. That is the requirement. But I tried, I didn't get any result from that.
Last case, by giving the employee salary, we have to get the multiple records, right?
Two records. What we expected to get the average of two records, two employees.
That's the first question, right? I'm ask second one. Procedure, right? We are talking about the procedure now. So yes, procedure. Just 1 second, please. Vidya, what's the question? Sir, I have not received any course on JW videos from last month. Refresh many times, but I know videos are received. I live in Karnataka. No. There's not state-wise boundary, right? Just you can call to that Srikanth once. The number is there, right? 7330. Just you can call to Srikanth. He will help you, and he will share the links at least to you. Hmm?
Yeah, sir. From last 2 days, we are not getting any videos updated, sir.
Srikanth, are you uploading the videos or not?
Yes, sir. I am uploading so daily.
Yes.
I think they are not. I think they are not refreshing their drive, sir.
No, are you? They are not uploading drive.
If they refresh only, the video should be good.
Okay. Even you're uploading in YouTube, right? They are just to share the links to them. Okay. After the class once. Because you try that examples anyhow. If you are unable to get that assignment tomorrow, I'll explain that assignment. So today I have some work, guys. Yeah, tomorrow I'll explain that assignment. If you are not getting the output properly, I'll explain that assignment. It's called procedure and functions, guys. I think procedures and functions are completed, and the assignments are pending. That I'll tell you tomorrow.
Sir,
And
excuse me.
guess you try to see. Tell me.
Sir, in procedure also we can take to multiple select options, sir. Select queries.
That's not C. I said right. That is an example I given right yesterday.
Yes,
What
I
the
tried
example I
in line. E number equal to ID1 come ID2, but I didn't get the telling as a error.
So see, for example.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you
Do you
take
feel like
to
requirements are easy or difficult? First of all, you tell me that point.
It's easy.
sir, I
You're
wrote
able to understand.
It's
Arey yaar,
moderate.
let me finish. You feel like the assignments are definitely you're able to do, but you are not doing. You are trying, but you're not getting the proper output. It's fine. Still try to complete the things. Definitely will get the things, guys. Assume like your manager is giving that work. What you will do, guys? You said like I'm not getting. Then what you will do? You will try. At last, you'll get the output, right? So try to check the requirement clearly. Yesterday, assignment, two assignments I given. What are two assignments I clearly explained explained to you. Write a procedure to take the employee salary as an input. Employee salary, just take the input. And what you have to take the output. That salary greater than 15,000 something like you are given the salary right 15,000 right. The records which are greater than 15,000 I want to hold to all the records. The output is what? Multiple records. The output is yesterday class output is what? Maybe integer, float, some number, right? But today output is what? Out parameter is basically like multiple records. Multiple records means result set object is there. Basically the type is cursor type. Yes, basically the type is what? A cursor type. Actually, this is like procedure. Just I'm showing the procedure, guys. You try to complete this example at least. You try to write the procedure and try to complete the example. The procedure name is called get employees procedure name. The input is like ID. Sorry, salary is input. Salary is input. Output is what? Multiple records we have to hold. Here is code, guys. Setting of salary I'm setting. Guys, here yes, basically this is like a JDBC code to give the input like. So actually, what I tried here, last classes we discussed like first arguments are what inputs, right? Second arguments are output, right? Argument art is not important, guys. Even first argument you can take the output, and second argument you can take the input, right? That is also possibilities there. There are possibilities there. That's what I'm trying here. Yeah, one argument is like input, guys. I'm setting 30,000. Second argument registering output parameter, guys. While registering output parameter, you're reading like one record, multiple records, right? If the multiple records means the oracle types is what? Cursor, right? Yes, multiple records means what? Oracle dot jdbc dot oracle types dot cursor. This is a code. Then we execute. You are writing the select query, right? Basically, in the procedure, we are writing the select query. In procedure, select query means what? I am writing the execute query method. Callable statement is execute query method. Once you get done the execute query method, the output will be stored in the register parameter. What is the register parameter? Cursor type, right? Cursor type, right? Exactly. That's what callable statement data. See, previously we are registered parameter is like float means what you are writing like get float or get int or get string, something like that, right? But now we are reading multiple records. Those multiple records are stored in which object? Cursor object, right? That's what we are doing. Get object method we are using. Get object is what type of object is getting result set object, right? Then typecast result set object. The result set object we are storing, and as a remaining process, right? Exactly. I hope this example is clear, right? This is a JDBC code, just I'm showing to some help. Okay. Then you try to write the procedure and try to write this JDBC code to get the multiple records from the database using procedure. Okay, sorry, clear now? Yeah. You try that code, still are unable to get. Tomorrow I'll show you the procedure and I'll execute this code once again. Yeah. And before come tomorrow class, guys, on one more task you can do, and you try to do some examples about the blob and cloud data type in database. So in your system, definitely Oracle database install, right? So you try to install Oracle install, right? You try to check what is the blob data type, what is the cloud data type. You try to write some queries about the blob and cloud data type. Blob means binary large object, guys, to store the image in the database. Cloud means character large object to store the text files in the database. To store water text files in the database. Sorry, clear now? Just you can try to check the some blob data type and what a cloud data type, right? So with the tomorrow class, we'll take the blob and cloud data types to work with the images and what text files, right? Exactly, guys. Yes, today just done one example about the function, and I shown the JDBC code for the procedure to get the multiple records. Multiple records means the type is cursor, and we can get the object. The type is the set object. You can print the data. And the thing is what for tomorrow class, you try to be ready with the blob and cloud data type, and you try to write some queries and try to execute some queries about the blob and cloud data type. Okay, yeah. That's all for today class, guys. We'll meet in tomorrow class. We'll think about the blob and cloud data types. Okay, bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you, sir.